Welcome back to SCV TV's Community Corner. Santa Clarita has such a diverse outdoor community, and from hiking, biking, and swimming, there's a sport or hobby for everyone. And that list is getting even bigger with fly fishing.
That's right, he said fly fishing. If you're interested in taking up a new hobby this summer, Connie Bullock and Jamie Barber from Santa Clarita's only fly fishing club, the Santa Clarita Casting Club, are here to tell us everything you need to know about their club and their exciting upcoming events. Connie and Jamie, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So before we get into it, because we want to hear about the club, but first I want to know how you guys got involved in fly fishing. Connie, let's start with you.
Well, it started back in 2006, and I started the club. I had been the president of the Long Beach Casting Club, so I came out here. But the way I really got involved with fly fishing, which is an anomaly because of a woman, is I was fishing in Yellowstone with a friend, and I was doing what all women do. I sat there and read a book. And I was watching him, and I'm thinking, this is a beautiful sport. Well, long story short, he went the way of bad relationships, and I kept the fly fishing.
I love that. And Jamie, how about you? Tell us how you got involved, and then tell us a little bit about the casting club's mission.
So mine was that I was shooting a TV show, a TV series, and our actors had to learn how to fly fish because it was going to be involved in the episode. And I usually piggybacked onto any time the actors were going to learn anything new. So I said, I want to try fly fishing, and I got hooked immediately. And then luckily we had very, very good fly fishing instructors. So I learned, and then because of my work before, all my travel, I didn't have anybody really to fly fish with. And so I started looking around, and then at the Home and Garden Show here in Santa Clarita, the Santa Clarita Casting Club had a booth. And I went in and I met them, and
it happened.
It just happened.
So for people who are watching and don't know, and I'm doing this because this is what I think fly fishing is, what exactly is it?
So fly fishing is actually the sport of fly fishing, is catching fish on the insect, an insect that you've created that imitates what happens on the river. Normally, like in spin casting, they put weights on it and you throw it into the water and it sinks to the bottom or whatever. We don't. Most of the time, we want it to float on top, just like a fly would do, or a caddis, or any of the insects that would be native to wherever the stream is, and you present it. So there's no weight on the line at all. The weight is the line itself, and it's the dynamic of, that beautiful picture of them coming back at the back cast and then the forward cast. It's the dynamic of the rod, because the rod bends and then releases energy, and that's what throws the line forward. So that's where you get that beautiful Brad Pitt moment in The River Runs Through It, where you're standing in the water, and the water has some resistance. So when you back cast it, bends, it gives it that beautiful arc, and then forward cast. And the idea is that the fly is the first thing that hits the water, so that the fish think it's a real insect.
Wow. Jamie, thank you so much for that explanation. That was an artistic explanation. Very moving as well. We could tell how much you love the sport yourself.
Well, it is so much fun because, one, you fly fish in beautiful. You don't fly fish in ugly environments.
Fish don't live in ugly places.
No. So you're up like in Yosemite, or you're up in Mammoth, or on the eastern side of the Sierras, or you go up to Alaska. Right. It's gorgeous where you're going to fly fish, and it's truly almost meditation.
Yeah, so all that said, people are going to be curious about people that are curious about fly fishing are going to love this upcoming event. It's in June. It's the Casting Club's Introduction to Fly Fishing class. And Connie, we want to know all about it. Who is this event for, and what are some of the things that the attendees will learn? And what are they going to come away from that event from?
It's a women's introduction to fly fishing. We're finding that women are really good fly fishers, and they are somewhat intimidated by being out with men. I know I was. It took me a long time to get over that. So we thought it would be a good idea to expose it. We've got 35 people signed up so far, which we're pretty stunned at, and we've got to cap it at 42. But we just wanted to, we have 6 classes that are 45 minutes a class. So it is an all-day event at Chesbrough Park, which is right at McBean and Sunset Hill Drive. So we're hoping we can get a few more women, and we're going to teach them about knot tying, fly tying,
The equipment.
casting, equipment and gear, conservation, entomology.
And casting.
And casting, I got it in there somewhere. Yeah, casting's the important part.
Well, this sounds amazing, and it's the perfect time for anyone who's looking to pick up a new hobby to try it. So what do people need to know to sign up for the class? And Connie, do you have any recommendations on clothing and footwear for first-timers or anything else they should bring with them?
Just come comfortable. Sign up at www.scflyfishing.org. We have a button on there. It says Women's Program. Just go in there, and it'll lead you through the whole thing. And then later on, I will send information to them.
So the casting club is a great place for first-timers and veterans alike.
Absolutely.
That's great. So,
Yes.
Jamie, for those who are interested in joining the casting club or learning about fly fishing, what are some of the regular monthly events that people can participate in?
So every other week at the Valencia Meadows Park, we do a casting clinic where we're lucky enough to have a gentleman named Ray Bianco, who is one of seven
In the United States that has all 3 certifications.
for teaching casting.
Right.
And he's just the kindest, gentlest. Like we had a family of 4 come last Sunday, and it was and the mom and you would think that the youngest son, who's maybe 8, would not be able to do it, and he was the best of the group because he doesn't have any bad habits. And mom was amazing as well. It was really fun to see dad get frustrated because they were out casting the whole time.
It happens.
And then every other Thursday, it's on our calendar. Every other Thursday, we do fly tying.
Right.
We do the fly tying at the Keller Williams office. I retired from the film business. I'm now a realtor at Keller Williams. So at the Keller Williams office, we do fly tying, and it's great. We also have some of the best fly tyers in the world
It's
with
amazing,
us as well.
yeah.
So we create imitation, of what we want to do. And then we are lucky enough about once a season, we have a gentleman named Chiaki who teaches us how to make fly rods.
Wow.
And they said that's the ultimate, is when you actually catch a trout with a fly that you've tied and a rod that you've made. At that point, you're golden.
I love seeing the enthusiasm you guys have for this, and I'm sure that it's contagious, and people at home right now are like, I want to do it. One more time, where do people go to sign up?
www.scflyfishing.org.
Great. Connie, Jamie, it was a pleasure having you on with us here today. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Absolutely.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back.